Thank you.
Could I invite Sonia Hodder from Spreydon Neighbourhood Ne, which is 1041, and we're going to be introduced to something called Scram, which sounds very exciting. Welcome.
Thank you. So Spreydon Neighbourhood Network wish to thank you for hearing us today, and we're very grateful to this Spreydon Cashmere Community Board for listing this issue as the first priority for funding for the area in 2017-18 annual plan. We wish to emphasise the comparison we have made in our submission to uncontrolled traffic flow around other malls on feeder and arterial roads. St Martin's Shopping Centre does not have an entrance onto the busy Wilson's Road. Horsell Shopping Centre does allow the right-turning traffic onto Horsell Road, but it has a considerably wider strip in the middle, median strip in the middle of the road that we do not have in Barrington Street. Congestion at peak times, 3:30 to 6 p.m, and in the morning as well. The buses travelling west has to squeeze between parked cars and cars waiting in the centre to turn into the mall, and relying on the skill of the bus driver. Removing the right turning traffic turning out of the mall would reduce this problem. The bus stop on the other side, there's a similar issue. The mall has agreed the right turning traffic turning west is dangerous and has verbally agreed to it being removed. So that was a stumbling block for when we were first approaching this issue. The Spreydon Heathcote Community Board agenda on the 9th of March 2004 stated the original consent for the mall included a condition that the performance of the Barrington Street access be monitored annually to ensure the access continues to operate safely and effectively. And it is no longer an annual review, unfortunately, but we wish to challenge you to consider if the design of traffic flow at this entrance exit would be acceptable if the proposal for a new shopping hub was being put before you today. The mall has increased in size and has the traffic increased immensely since then, with Barrington Street a real arterial road. So thank you, and Dennis will now conclude.
Yes. Thank you, Sonia, and Spreydon Neighbourhood Network owes a great gratitude to our Secretary, Sonia Hodder, for all her hard work in preparation of our submissions. Good afternoon, councillors. I'm here to ask you to please prevent vehicles turning right out of Barrington Mall into Barrington Street, because it's dangerous, and there's danger for different groups. The footpath users between the library and the pharmacy, for road users passing through the area going to other destinations, for the slow and vulnerable people who run the gauntlet of walking down that stretch of footpath between the library and the pharmacy. They also suffer from time to time, as I've personally witnessed, abuse of motorists who forget there's a legal footpath and they toot madly or yell out, and that is not good enough in a civilised society. The pedestrian island, which is in the middle of Barrington Street, between the library and the south side of Barrington Street, is extremely helpful, but to get there from the south side, once again, is very precarious, because vehicles turning right out of the mall, they look for a gap and they suddenly shoot across, and people can easily be caught halfway between the footpath and the pedestrian islands. Now, Spreydon Neighbourhood Network has liaised with a succession of council engineers over the years. Unfortunately, they keep changing on us because they're all very good and very helpful, and we have no disagreement with them about the danger or about the necessity of closing this turn. Now, the estimates of the cost for alterations from traffic engineers formerly attached to this issue but have now been moved on is about $200,000. And there is a painful contrast for us, Spreydon people, with the council-owned company about to spend $56 million for facilities for cruise ship passengers at our port. Spreydonites and others visit our mall by car, on foot, hundreds and even thousands of times in their lifetime. I've lived in the area for 28 years. Now, cruise ship passengers will be safe because of planned facilities, and they'll only use them 2 or 3 times in their lives. The fabric of our city gets more value from local mall users than casual visitors to the port. And of course, we pay our rates for safety as well. Spreydon Neighbourhood Network wants a safe, welcoming approach to the mall, not just to be safe in the mall, but the approaches to the mall. And this mall is the social and commercial heart of our suburb. But we need a safe road to get there, not only for mall users, but for people passing through. There have been many accidents in the last 10 to 12 years, and some have resulted in serious injury. And you know that accidents ripple like tidal waves. There's the emotional and financial hurt for the families. And according to emergency services, one fatal costs over $1 million throughout the whole community and country. The right-hand turn into Barrington Street represents a strong likelihood of a fatal, with more people living in the area and more with housing intensification. It'll soon be too late for the council to do alterations before someone gets killed on that stretch of footpath or in a car smash. A question to you all: will further neglect see the council presiding over a fatality? Thank you.
Yeah, we've received submissions on this from others, so thank you very much for your impassioned plea. Pauline?
Thank you. I'm just not super familiar with the area, but just looking on the map, the pedestrian refuge is closely aligned to where you come out of the mall. Is that right?
You answer it.
The pedestrian refuge that's there now is quite close to where that right-hand turn is
Yes,
coming
it
out.
is. It's very close, right in front of the library.
And
there.
what is the solution that's been proposed? Is it extending that island?
No, left only,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
so
that what they want to do?
Extend
So you
along,
can't.
yes, and that would prevent them turning right out.
Right. And that's 200,000 to do that.
Well, that's what they're indicating.
That's the estimate, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Look, thank you very much. I mean, as I say, this is not the first time we've heard this issue, and I'm hoping that it will be the last time that you have to come and advocate for it. Thank you very much.